So how do you like your steak? And what's your favorite seafood dish? Better yet, what's your favorite dish that combines the two? Pull up a chair and join us at the table as Fred Hunter's Alabama shows us where you can find Bama's best surf and turf.
Sweet Grown Alabama has been successfully promoting land-based proteins like pork and chicken and beef for years. And recently we were able to take over the marketing promotion of Alabama Gulf Seafood. And so what a wonderful way than doing a Bama's Best Surf and Turf contest.
And so fellow judges Shelby Easterling, Chelsea Gieselman and I began our trip across the state in search of steak and seafood. First, we gathered at Gather in Atmore with our hosts, Beth and Chris McElhaney.
Gather's a place that represents mine and Beth's family. Kind of came about with us trying to get out of Atmore and then realizing that Atmore is where we need to be. It's straightforward, simple food, great service. It's really good to see that the word travels, that we've got that kind of just that presence with our food to be nominated in a statewide competition. We get Evans Meats out of Birmingham for our beef and our seafood, crabs from Bala Battery, oysters from Bon Secours. It makes it nice to know that people recognize what we have on our menu.
Chef Chris favored us with his signature shipwreck dish, steak and crab cakes with all the fixings. The steak was great, and if you find better crab cakes, let me know. But we were just getting started, so we trekked to Thomasville for a stop at Big Mike's Steakhouse. As the name would suggest, Big Mike's is known for its steaks, but pair them with fresh Gulf shrimp and you'll discover their pairing of surf and turf is tops in preparation and taste. From Thomasville, we headed for the Wiregrass and a stop at the Old Mill.
Bob Watson and Bill Slavin started it, and they just wanted to bring seafood and steak into the same restaurant.
Christy Taylor and April Lee are now the partners continuing the steak and seafood tradition at the Old Mill.
We're gonna have the steak and grouper. We're cooking the grouper 3 different ways, fried, blackened, and grilled. The combination of the steak and the seafood, the fresh fish and the fresh steak really just kind of makes that dish important and special.
Special, fresh, and sweet-grown Alabama. From Dothan, we headed north, but discovered a true taste of the Gulf on Lake Guntersville at Craw Mama's. Owner Charlotte Webb knows her restaurant is a long way from the Gulf, so she brings the Gulf home to her customers.
As everyone knows, we don't have seafood here in Guntersville Lake. So we get it from the Gulf, and I've been on the oyster bed roads down there many, many times to get out to the facility and to the piers and to where they're unloading their boats. But thank the good Lord, we have grown enough that where I have the truck delivers up here to us. I wouldn't serve any customer anything that I wouldn't serve my family. And we sell grade A seafood and have from the very first day.
The servings are still grade A, from steak to shrimp at Craw Mama's.
If I could get it in Alabama, I would want only the Alabama. I won't serve anything but first quality items. And Alabama has the best of the best. And I'm very blessed to live here.
4 distinct restaurants, each special in its own way, but just a small sampling of the simply Southern flavors of surf and turf for you to sample all across Fred Hunter's Alabama.
And the overall winner of this year's contest, we'll do a little drum roll, Craw Mama's in Guntersville. So congratulations to them. Now, honestly though, you can't go wrong with the steak and seafood samplings from any of the restaurants in this competition.
Now, for the record, Fred says he is a stickler for having his steak cooked right. That was the case at all 4 of the restaurants, he says. For more information on Bama's Best Surf and Turf and much more, including where to find farm fresh food in your area, go to sweetgrownalabama.org. Speaking of which, blueberries don't get any fresher than when you can eat them in your own backyard. When Simply Southern continues, Jason Powell of Petals from the Past in Jemison has some information for you to consider if you'd like to grow them at your house.
When life drops the unexpected, Alpha is here, turning what now into what's next. Resolving your claims quickly, because clarity beats chaos, and knowing now is better than wondering when. We handle the hassle because your peace of mind matters, and so does the journey ahead. That's life with Alpha.
I'm Heath Clary from Greensboro, Alabama. I'm proud to be the Alabama Catfish Farmer of the Year. I've been raising catfish for 9 years, and I've been eating it longer than that. From fish fries to taco night, I've tried just about every recipe, and they're all great. Because no matter how you cook it, U.S. farm-raised catfish is always going to be fresh, clean, and mild. I make sure of that. Find recipes and restaurants at uscatfish.com.
Every day, across our state and across our nation, farmers wake up before the sun and work tirelessly to grow the food we need. From the sweat on their brows to their quiet prayers for rain, their hard work and dedication feed billions. They don't just grow our food, they grow our future. So the next time you sit down for a meal, remember, thank a farmer.
Soybean is a very versatile product. We make crayons out of it.
A lot of the combines you see rolling through the fields have a lot of plastic side panels that are made from a soy product.
The soybeans that we grow on our farm mostly goes into chicken feed.
Soybean production in Alabama employs over 10,000 people.
We grow some of the best soybeans in the world.
We go the extra mile to make sure when our name is stamped on it, we know it's the best product we can produce.
Hey y'all, I'm Kim Earwood with Alabama Ag in the Classroom. For some of us here in the Deep South, the 4 seasons of the year often feel like just 2, hot and cold. But on the farm, every season makes a difference. Seasons on the farm begins in the spring as sheep are sheared and planting begins. The corn shoots up and hay is baled as summer arrives, and then it's time for harvest as the trees change colors to welcome the fall. As the temperatures drop, hay is put out in the pasture and firewood brought in. And when the snow falls on the fields, it's time to fix equipment and plan for next spring to begin. You'll find this book along with a treasure trove of others like it at agfoundation.org/books. Miss Kim's Book Corner is brought to you by Alabama Ag in the Classroom. See you next time.